Guys, this is like a simple everyday natural look and I'm really feeling it. Are y'all feeling this? Are y'all feeling this? Hey you guys, and welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to show you guys my top favorite brushes from Morphe that I use every single day. Like, I literally do not use any other brushes. I have a lot of makeup brushes, but I try and branch off and use different brushes because I just be like, Crystal, why are you so stuck up? Why are you just using the same brushes? Like, but these brushes are really good. That's why I use them every single day. But yeah, before we get into this video, if you're not subscribed already, please do not forget to subscribe, join the crazy family, like, comment, and share. And without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Okay, so two brushes that I love to use for my powder, to add on my powder onto my face, are these two brushes right here. The first brush I have is, the name of this brush is called Morphe E41. I don't know if you guys can see, but every time I do a makeup tutorial, I always use this powder brush. And this powder brush is really soft. Like, I don't know what they made the bristles out of, but this brush is really soft. It feels really good on the skin. And yeah, if you don't have this brush and you're thinking about buying it, but you just don't know if you want to buy it, I highly recommend this brush. Like this, I've had this brush for maybe, like, I want to say a good 4 or 5 months, and the bristles don't come out or anything. Like, this is a good high quality brush, and I definitely recommend you getting this brush. The other brush I have is not from Morphe. I know I said in the beginning that it was all Morphe, but this brush is not Morphe. But I just wanted to add this brush into the video because I still love this brush. It's not as good as my Morphe brush, but this brush is the brush that I got from Sephora. It doesn't really have a name on it. It just says Sephora. You know how Sephora works. Yeah, but this brush is also a good brush. This brush does not compare to the Morphe brush at all. Like, not even a little bit. I feel like my Morphe brush is more soft in touch, and the Sephora brush is a little more rough, and the bristles are too. But yeah, to apply my foundation, the brush I use is from Morphe and the number RG6, and it looks like this. And I love this makeup brush because it's really soft to the touch, and it just smears on my foundation so smooth and get everything like so good to where I don't know, I can't express my love for this brush. I really can't. But I've had this brush for maybe like a month, and this brush has definitely changed my makeup game, like definitely. And I have one favorite brush that I use to apply my highlighter, and it is from Morphe, and the number of this brush is called E61. I use this makeup brush to apply my highlighter on my face. I really don't use highlight too much, but when I do, I always take out this bad boy because, like, okay, let's for example, this Morphe brush, it's a fan brush, and it's also for applying highlighter, but I just feel as if this brush is way too thick to apply some highlighter on your face. You know what I'm saying? So I like sticking to smaller brushes so I can really get a good detail of where I want to put my highlighter, so my highlighter won't just be all over my face. So I feel like this brush is really sufficient and effective when it comes to applying my highlighter. So to apply my eyeshadow, I have a couple of different brushes that I use. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to show you maybe like one or two that I use to apply my eyeshadow. And the brushes that I use to apply my eyeshadow are all 5 of these brushes I use almost every day when I apply my eyeshadow. I feel like these brushes are the perfect brushes to apply eyeshadow. This brush is in the number M408, and this is what it looks like. And this brush is used to pack on your lid, like an eyeshadow or a glitter that you just want specifically on your lid. That's what this brush is used for, and I love this brush. Or, you know, some eyeshadows that's hard to put on your lid without using your finger. So I don't really like using my finger too much when I'm doing my makeup because I just feel like that's nasty. Like, So sometimes I do it, but if I can avoid it, I will avoid it. So I just feel like this brush is really good to just pack on the lid of your eyeshadow or any glitter that you have, and it shows up really, really, really good. Other eyeshadow brushes are these brushes. And like I said, the name of these brushes are E23, RG24, E28, and M330, all from Morphe. And I use, this brush is really not a really everyday brush, but it does come in handy. I feel like this brush is more for like when I want to get like a detailed look in my crease. I use this brush because it's more pointed. I use my E23 brush when I'm doing my transition shade because I feel like it's a little bigger and it's just going to help me put more on without having to constantly put my brush in there and to fan out my my transition shade. So yeah, I use my E23 for that. I use my E28 to put on top of my transition another shade, and I just feel like this one I use specifically for, because this one's a little more detailed than the E23. I know they may look similar, but they're not similar at all. This one is more of a fat brush, and my E28 is more of a detailed fine brush. This is more like a pointed brush to get in a specific, like, not area, but it's more pointed than my E23, if that makes sense. And my M330 brush is just a, I don't really use this for specifically anything. I just use this brush mainly if I can't find this brush, I use this brush. But yeah, I basically just use these brushes to blend in my eyeshadow to get that perfect, you know, eyeshadow look. But yeah, my next brush that I use faithfully, I should have added this brush into my powder brushes, because I use this brush for my powders. Like if I don't want to bake underneath my eyes, I'll just pat on my powder with this brush, and this brush is from Morphe, and the name of this brush is M438, and this is what it looks like. I use this brush to put on my powder underneath my eye, like if I don't want to bake, because I don't know, I don't really like baking anymore. Like, I don't know, like, do anybody else feel like baking is like 2004 or something? I just don't really like baking. So to speed up my makeup process, I just use my pointed brush, and as you can see, it has a point on it. So I just push in my powder. And yeah, this brush is really good because it has a good point on it, so you know exactly where you're applying your powder without it going everywhere. So I feel like this brush is really, really good when it comes to setting your powder underneath your eyes when you apply your concealer. The last brushes I'm going to talk about are my eyebrow brushes. You guys, these brushes right here are my ride or die brushes. I had these brushes for so long, I cannot even tell you. These snatch my eyebrows and always have my eyebrows looking snatched. Used for my eyebrows, unfortunately, aren't from Morphe. Only one of them are from Morphe. These three brushes. And these brushes, the names of these brushes are the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I got this brush from Sephora. Yeah, I was going to say I got it in a palette, but I didn't. I got this brush from Sephora. It doesn't really have a name on it. It just say Anastasia Beverly Hills. I mean, it has a number 12 on it, but I don't know. I just got it from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't think they have more than one of these brushes. I honestly think this is the only brush, but I could be wrong. The other brush I use is from, I think I got this from Sigma. This brush is so old, you guys, you can't even see the name on this brush. That's how old this brush is. I think I got this from Sigma. I wish I could tell you exactly what kind of brush. Oh, there you go. The name of this brush is called E15 from Sigma. And this brush I use to carve out my eyebrows. I feel like, I know a lot of people use more of a rounded brush to carve out their eyebrows, but I just feel like a flatter brush like this will get to a more defined look. Like, this is a staple for me. This is definitely a staple for me. And the other brush I have is from Morphe. The name of this brush is called M224, and this brush is really to, you know, wipe away your extra concealer. And yeah, And the name of this brush is M224. So yeah, you guys, that concludes the video. All the brushes I showed you are my ride or die brushes. Like, I cannot live without those brushes. Like, you guys so much for watching. But if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Do not forget to subscribe, join the crazy family, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.